personal growth with empathy and expertise. She organized our Hall of Service project that involved the entire first-year class, peer mentors, and the greater Golden community. Camille has been honored with the very prestigious Bad Borough Award. Despite its name, it is a really good award. It recognizes exceptional contributions to student life and leadership at Mines. Camille's commitment to research and sustainability has earned her both the Undergraduate Research Scholar Distinction and the Sustainable Energy at Mines distinction, highlighting her interdisciplinary work at the intersection of innovation and environmental impact. She has also been a Dean's List awardee. During her time at Mines, Camille studied abroad in Madrid, Spain, and after completing an internship with Cordera this summer in Denver, she plans to return to Europe to pursue a master's degree in power systems engineering at University College London, focusing on renewable energy systems. Please join me in welcoming Camille to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Pentel. Hello, peers, faculty, family, the amazing friends I got to meet, and those of you I wish I did. It's so good to be here with you all. To the select few among us who didn't have a Percy Jackson phase, I wanted to start by explaining the Greek myth of Sisyphus, a mortal king known to have escaped death and tricked the gods. Because of this, the gods gave him what they deemed a fair punishment: push a massive boulder up a hill only for it to roll crashing down right as it reached the top, and then start over and try again and again for eternity. A little like a midterm season that stretches from the second week of the semester up until finals. At first glance, Sisyphus' circumstances seem pretty cruel and meaningless. And when pushing this rock, rest wasn't really an option. So it all begs the question, why did he keep going? I personally believe the response to this lies in the famous quote by Albert Camus: "One must imagine Sisyphus happy." For this story to make any sense for how Sisyphus was able to find the will to keep going, he must have found acceptance and even contentment in his life. This perspective highlights a reality many of us here have learned to be true: that happiness can be found in the act of embracing challenges. And furthermore, for the scientists in the house, there's proven to be a greater release of dopamine from the anticipation and progress towards a goal than that released in the actual moment of achievement. With this viewpoint, Sisyphus' situation is comparable to being held in a state of constant dopamine release. And with all this considered, one can imagine Sisyphus happy. This process of rewriting how we think about situations is not new, but it seems like all too often we use it to imagine ourselves sad. We can be in a moment, perhaps even a really good one, and we can begin to overthink, to have anxiety, maybe for the future, for failing, for what other people are thinking. We can hyperfixate on bad test scores, our own insecurities. We can leave a conversation only remembering that one thing we said or did we tell ourselves was so awkward or embarrassing, actively ignoring all of the good parts of that memory, and to the point where we bring this thought of negativity into the reality of the actual moment and imagine ourselves into a truth of being sad. So why not choose to use these same tactics to refocus how we view our situations, to imagine ourselves happy? There is a level of choice to how we interpret our circumstances, a choice to lean into challenges, and a choice to fixate on the good things with equal to or greater intensity than the energy we spend on the negative ones. To think about the past and imagine ourselves happy simply by giving priority to reliving the good moments over the bad ones. To hyperfixate on what we are grateful for, what we are proud of ourselves for. And when we do think about the hard ones, which is okay to do, remembering to give ourselves grace, and that our struggles have purpose in and of themselves, and there can still be goodness in that. At times, our journeys at Mines may have felt a bit similar to that of Sisyphus. And not just when we brought our own rocks up the hill for the climb, but because of the challenges we've gone through, the years of hard work, Because sometimes it may have felt like the rock of our efforts did come crashing down, or like we got to the top of one hill just to see more hills ahead. But what a journey it's been. And if we were to ask ourselves, why did we keep going? I struggle to run out of reasons. Maybe it was the friends, or the laughter, all the adventuring and growing. Maybe it was how we overcame our challenges to create something we're proud of. Maybe we kept going because somebody believed we could, and they took the time to help us believe it ourselves. Maybe just E-days and the thought of a nice future paycheck. Or maybe it was the hope for this moment, now, and the people who are here to support us today. Regardless of the reason, we did keep going, and I think we can all agree it was a challenge worthwhile. So for today, we celebrate. Congratulations, we made it. Our rock is on the top of this hill. But as is life, there will always be more hills ahead of us. And tomorrow, when the rock rolls back down, we get to start again. And yes, it's scary and intimidating, but also exciting. What a gift. We get to keep learning, growing always. We get to try new things and be bad at them and know that that's okay and honestly really fun. We get to challenge ourselves and find joy in that. We get to support one another, to recognize that we aren't alone in having hills to face, and be motivated to share kindness, pay it forward, love people unconditionally, and learn that maybe this whole happiness thing isn't all about what you gain, but what you give. To some level, we get to choose how we look back on our time here, so let's relish in all the memories that were our reasons why we kept going. And now, we get to face our future hills knowing that we can do it because we hell of a did this. So as we enter these next chapters, may we actively seek out the happiness on every page, continuously making the choice to appreciate the good moments while we are in them, so that one day, when we look back, we won't have to imagine ourselves happy, we will already know. And unlike Sisyphus, we climbed together, and I'm so honored to have done this part of our journey with all of you. Congratulations, class of 2025.